In this video, we're going to take a look at a couple of things that you can do to organize your assignments and move them around when it comes to Canvas. First thing we're going to take a look at is we're going to actually pick something from one Canvas class and put it into another. So I'm going to go to Classes over here, and you can see I've actually created a separate group called M&A Warm-Ups. That is a custom class that I created, and I'm going to put all my warm-ups into there, and then if I ever teach modeling and animation again, I'll have the file and I'll just be able to import it all in and copy it over just like I'm going to show you here. The place to do this is I'm going to go back to modeling and animation and go into the settings. And if you look over to the right, you'll see all the options over there, and I'm going to click on Import Course. And when it comes to importing course content, you have all kinds of different options. You can import it from Moodle, Blackboard, almost any of the main learning management systems out there. You can import it in from, but to do it from Canvas itself, I'm going to say copy a Canvas course. And I'm going to choose my modeling and animation course. And I'm going to come down here and I'm going to choose specific content. I can change the dates if I like of when the item is due when I import it. And set up any options or defaults to it as well from this point. Now notice that when it puts it in the current jobs, there's a button over to the right that says to select content. When I click on that, it brings up my class, and notice that I can select anything from this content that I have in this class. So I'm going to go through, and the main thing you're going to be going back and forth on are things like quizzes and assignments. There are all my quizzes there in modeling and animation, and here are my assignments. And let's see, I'm going to choose some things out here just to bring them over as kind of a sample import to show you how it works. But I can go through and I can choose anything I like in here, and that moves it over very easily, as you're going to see. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to pick maybe a warm-up. I just click on it to highlight it, and it puts a little checkbox beside it. And I can pick specific things that I want to pull in and out here. And I'm going to pick out this History Hub quiz, because I'm going to show you a little trick with it here in just a minute. Choose that Hatfield and McCoy reading assignment that I did in another example. And then notice that it's queued, and it's going to take it a little while depending on the amount of content, and it's going to copy this information over to that new class that I set up. So it's copying it over, and once it's finished, I'm going to navigate over to that class. If I go to assignments, and here are the assignments I just imported in. There's the Hatfield and McCoys, and I can drag that to whatever assignment group I want to put it in. Now while I'm here, I'm going to show you a little bit about groups. Groups are how you define assignments, and it's also how, when you sync the assignments with PowerSchool or another SIS, that it gets what category it is. And this changes depending on the way it works. Now, so I'm going to create a new one here, simply called History Hub. And those two assignments that are in working, we'll copy it over to History Hub. So I name that, and then there it is. And I'm just going to grab these assignments from working and pull it over. So it's important to keep in mind that if you're going to do this with an SIS like PowerSchool, you need to be sure you have things set up like homework or activity or test or things like that. That way, when you copy it over, it comes into PowerSchool correctly. I think the default is anything it doesn't understand, it does it as a homework assignment. So I hope you enjoyed this video. That's all about importing things into Canvas.